Chapter 10. Mary Elizabeth Jones exits her lawyer's office. Mary Elizabeth Jones left the law offices of Smith & Smith and stepped into the warm Texas sun. It had been 72 hours since the chemical attack in Waller County, and she slept a total of 45 minutes since then. Guilt and fear and worry had tortured her. She should have felt relief at the news Stephen Smith had delivered, but she had a hard time smiling. Mr. Smith had announced that the U.S. Justice Department was ready to settle her sexual harassment suit. Mary Elizabeth Jones had two reasons for filing the suit. First and foremost, she wanted to stick it to her supervisor, John Helming, for calling her a nigger lover behind her back. Second, she wanted the job security that victimhood could provide. Her co-workers had conveyed, if not openly expressed, their disapproval at Mary Elizabeth Jones having given birth to a child out of wedlock. Some of them, the white men and the black women, were hostile to her and her mixed-race son. When she discovered that she had a second baby on the way and no candidates for matrimony, Mary Elizabeth Jones decided to tighten her job security. Just a block from the law office, Mary Elizabeth Jones was once more stuck in a legendary Houston traffic jam. She swore under her breath. It wasn't even noon yet, and traffic was already stalemated. It could be hours before she returned home. She sat in relative comfort in the road yacht SUV Ulysses Johnson had bought her 3 years ago. Ulysses was the biggest mistake she had ever made. He turned out to be certifiably crazy, but that wasn't the worst of it. No, the worst part was that he came from a secretive crime family that happened to be both ruthless and ambitious. Ulysses always told these sensational stories about his father that just could not be accurate. But then things would happen just as he had called them. And she believed her manic depressive lover when he told her his father would have her killed if she ever sued for child support. She believed it without a whisper of doubt. Her second biggest mistake was getting involved with Jim Garfield. Until the chemical attack 3 days ago, she had not considered their relationship a mistake. Sure, sleeping with a felon could wreck her career, but it was a calculated risk. He was a damn good provider. But Jim Garfield was also a charmer. He got her to do things she would never have considered doing before meeting him. She provided intelligence for him. Information became assistance, and assistance became a partnership. She couldn't blame the deaths of 14, or was it now 15, innocent people on her partner. No, legally, ethically, and morally, she killed those 14 or 15 people. With the traffic at a standstill, Mary Elizabeth Jones studied her face in a handheld mirror she had removed from her purse. Her face looked tired, no doubt about it, but her face looked good. She still occasionally got carded when she bought tequila. Why her hips and thighs did not hold up so well is something she frequently considered. Mary Elizabeth Jones found comfort in studying her face in the mirror. Her face was her best quality. Well, maybe her hair. It was so amazingly thick, and it changed colors on its own. Her hair had been called auburn and red and strawberry blonde. It was all of these colors and a few more shades as well. While stopped at a traffic light, Mary Elizabeth Jones considered seeing a psychiatrist. She couldn't tell the shrink how distressed she was because she had committed 14 or 15 murders. Inadvertently, of course. No, she couldn't share that. But she could make up other stuff. She had 2 kids out of wedlock, and her family and friends had disowned her. She wouldn't have to embellish all that much. But maybe the shrink would give her antidepressants. and something to help her relax. Maybe something to help her sleep. It wasn't a sin to sleep. Even killers need sleep. The horns blared behind her. Mary Elizabeth Jones looked around and then removed her foot from the brake pedal. She had dozed off at the traffic light.